Imagine you're sitting on a plane, cruising at 30,000 feet. You finish using the restroom. You press the flush button. Whoosh! For a split second, it sounds like the entire toilet is trying to suck everything into the sky. It's loud. It's sudden. And it's probably made millions of passengers wonder the same thing. Where does everything actually go? Does it get dumped out of the airplane? Can it freeze in the air and fall to the ground? Or is there some hidden tank inside the aircraft? The answer is much smarter than most people think. Let's take a look. One of the biggest myths about airplanes is that toilets simply release waste into the sky. Years ago, that might have happened on a few very early aircraft. But on modern commercial airplanes? Absolutely not. Nothing is dumped during flight. Everything stays on board until the aircraft lands. So what creates that incredibly powerful flush? Surprisingly, it's not gallons of water. Unlike your toilet at home, airplane toilets use very little water. Instead, they rely on a vacuum system. When you press the flush button, a valve at the bottom of the toilet opens for just a moment. The pressure difference between the toilet bowl and the aircraft's vacuum waste system creates an incredibly powerful suction. That famous whoosh is simply air rushing into the system at high speed, carrying the waste with it. The entire process takes only a couple of seconds. It's fast, efficient, and uses only a fraction of the water that household toilets require. That's important because every extra liter of water adds weight. And on an airplane, extra weight means higher fuel consumption. Saving water helps save fuel. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Where does everything go after it disappears? Hidden inside the aircraft is a sealed waste tank. Every toilet on the plane connects to this tank through a network of pipes. No matter how many passengers use the restroom, everything remains safely stored inside until the plane reaches its destination. Once the aircraft arrives at the airport, a specialized service truck connects to a valve underneath the plane. The tank is emptied, cleaned, disinfected, and prepared for the next flight. So despite the rumors, nothing is released while you're flying over cities, oceans, or mountains. But what about those stories of mysterious blue ice falling from the sky? Believe it or not, that part is actually real. Very rarely, if there's a leak in the waste system, small amounts of liquid can escape and freeze instantly in the freezing temperatures outside the aircraft. This creates what's known as blue ice, named after the disinfectant chemicals used in airplane toilets. Thankfully, modern aircraft are designed to make these leaks extremely rare. For the vast majority of flights, the waste system remains completely sealed. There's another clever detail you may never have noticed. Because airplanes fly at high altitudes where cabin pressure is carefully controlled, engineers had to design toilets that work reliably despite changing air pressure during takeoff, cruising, and landing. The vacuum system solves this problem beautifully. Instead of depending on gravity alone, it uses pressure differences to move waste quickly and efficiently. It's a surprisingly elegant engineering solution. So the next time you hear that loud whoosh after flushing on a plane, you're not hearing gallons of water rushing away. You're hearing one of aviation's smartest inventions at work. A system that saves water, reduces weight, improves efficiency, and safely stores everything until the aircraft reaches the ground, all while operating flawlessly at 30,000 feet. And once you know what's really happening behind that flush, that loud sound suddenly makes a lot more sense.